Hey everyone, it's an absolute pleasure to be here today. I was at this conference a year ago and incredibly moved by the amount of work that's happening in this space in New Zealand, and I'm thrilled to be able to come and tell you some stories today. So I work with, any minute now I work with them, but maybe I don't. Try one more time. No, Keynote, PC. Surely I can't be getting this wrong. Am I, really? Try the other one. Ah, there we are. It's warming up. It's taking me a moment to warm up as well. So I work for B Lab, and B Lab is a not-for-profit that looks after B corporations, and I'll tell you more about B corporations. But really, the aim of our role is to shine a light on an entrepreneur and the businesses who have tried and are trying and continue to thrive as businesses with a social and environmental purpose. So it's part of a global I'm part of a global network, and B Corps, I must have to point it at something. There we are. That's what I pointed at. B corporations are a bit like fair trade for business, essentially. So it's a global movement. There's 1,200 B Corps worldwide. There's about 75 in our region. And I'm really thrilled that my role is about how we can make sure the exemplars who are doing making extraordinary inroads in sustainable business are given the opportunity to tell the stories that need to be told and inspire people to think not only about people and businesses, to think not only about their shareholders, but also about their stakeholders. So how are you as a business looking after your environment, your community, and your people? So what we find is that the B Corps can really be the true leaders in this space. So with that in mind, I thought I'd share a few of the B Corps. They are extraordinarily well known, and they'll give you a sense of businesses who wear their purpose loud and proud. Well, the first that I want to talk about is Etsy. Many of you will know Etsy. It's an online marketplace for crafters. It's notable for a number of reasons, and one of them, I guess perhaps not notable, but interesting nevertheless, is that they recently launched on the New York Stock Exchange about 2 or 3 months ago. And in launching the New York Stock Exchange, central to all their communications to potential shareholders and to the exchange was the importance of their community, the value of the people involved in their business, and the fact that their sustainability is central to everything they do. So it was a really bold and strong word from Etsy when they went to the exchange to compete level with other businesses on the stock exchange. So part of my role today is to talk to you about businesses' sustainability. Here we are. Businesses using sustainability and their branding both internally and externally. And Etsy are a really good example of using our B Corp certification as a really strong internal tool. So they wanted to be able to provide a framework to really think about their approach to their business, to the environment and so forth. And what they did was they used the impact assessment to roll through and just kind of get a check, like a benchmark of what they were doing well and where they needed to improve. And they really considered themselves, I guess, as a mostly online business and as a business that's very focused on their community, to be really, really on song. And when they went through our impact assessment, they realized that while they were doing well, there were lots and lots of areas of improvement. And so Etsy, like many tech-based companies, employed a really interesting initiative called a hack. And the hack is where the whole company comes together to solve niggling issues. And Etsy took the whole company aside for a couple of days and looked deeply into everything they were doing to work out how they could improve their score or effectively improve their impact using the B impact assessment. So kind of compelling to try and make measuring your impact, because we know that you can only improve what you measure, measuring your impact sexy and appealing to your employees. So Etsy now, as they walk out the door, flick off the switch and yell B Corp as a way to show that they are on message and well, I guess, reducing their environmental impact. So quite cool, really. I know that there will be a number of themes today, and Unilever is inevitably a theme. And I look forward to sharing an article with you about Ben & Jerry's and Unilever after this via Twitter, because I'm not going to put it up on the screen. But Unilever bought Ben & Jerry's a number of years ago, and Ben & Jerry's have become almost like, I guess, a Trojan horse in Unilever to really show what a business with a social and environmental mission can do. But Ben & Jerry's was started with a very clear statement of mission right from the very essential to everything that they do. And they were founded on these 3 clear principles. And they use their voice in a number of different ways. And they consider their brand to be a megaphone for social change. So in Australia recently, they did a scooping tour where they drove up the East Coast in a number of combi vans giving away free scoops of ice cream. Apparently there is about 2 minutes while you scoop an ice cream where the person scooping the ice cream can tell you what they think or what they think you need to know. And so they use that as an opportunity to talk about the issues with the reef. In the US, they have been really on the front foot talking about marriage equality. And so they strongly, strongly believe that they can use their voice authentically as a part of change. And it's not only that they talk the talk, they walk the walk. Ben & Jerry's was one of the first companies in America to recognise same-sex marriage when it came to benefits in the organisation. So they are really authentic all the way through their business. One of the, you can't talk about a sustainable business in the world without talking about Patagonia, who really are an extraordinary exemplar in everything they do. People have been talking all day about the books that they love, and I recommend you read Yvon Chouinard's I Let My People Go Surfing at Lunchtime. He's the founder of Patagonia. Patagonia was set up to find simple ways to improve or to lessen the impact of people on the environment. They do this in a number of ways. One of their really strong propositions is that they give away 1% of all turnover to the planet, and they use that to solve environmental issues. So I believe they've given away over $70 million since they started. But recently they worked out that this is flashed to 0 straight away. I'll do the accelerated version, but I like it anyway, so persevere. They've worked out that while that money is really important to do some grassroots issues around, to solve grassroots issues around their shops, they also didn't really feel like they were shifting the dial on the big environmental issues that they think are important. So they've put together a $25 million impact investment fund to really take on some big issues in the States. And currently they're working with the US to remove dams from the rivers throughout North America and have an extraordinary campaign about letting the salmon run free, and also supported a film called Damnation recently. But what they do as a brand and as an environmental piece, they constantly look for new ways to improve. And like Nike, all their tools for sustainability are available freely on their website, so you can download all their templates. But I guess one of the most innovative things they did recently was invent a new wetsuit material. And this new wetsuit material is plant-based. And instead of, I guess, closing the IP and making it their competitive advantage, they've opened that up to all their competitors. And I don't know whether you can read the small print, but it does say that while we realise units go up and down and profits come and go, this is about all of us helping the environment, and we hope our suppliers take up this new technology as well. So I guess in summation, and I could talk for hours, and I know today's not my day to do that, I guess the B Corporation movement has many fans around the world, and really what we want to do is spend our time helping businesses like you thrive. And here's more about how to find more out about us. Thank you.